Right, we've now got our final performer for the show, and we're only doing a 2-run show. This is actually our final performer for our entire Edinburgh run. Oh, I know it's sad, you can't come back here and see us tomorrow. Although, you know, if you wanted to, I'm sure we could perform in the corridor. It would be fine. Our next act has achieved the dizzy height that we all one day hope to achieve, which is to actually be paid for a living as a writer. That's right, he is a news reporter. He works for, as featured on Have I Got News For You, Coach and Bus Weekly. Yes, that's right. Can we have a massive, whooping, hollering round of applause for Alex Tyler?
Hello, I'm not really one for preamble, so I'll just say I'm Alex Tyler and I'm from Peterborough. This poem is about my brother. It's called Origin Story. When my brother was born, I as a toddler asked a simple question: can I fight him? Unbeknownst to my parents, my nemesis was here, the one prophesied and promised to me in the late 80s and early 90s by the all-knowing Saturday morning TV. Brother, you are the Optimus Prime to my Megatron, the He-Man to my Skeletor, the Duplo to my Lego. We would create the ultimate conflict, merging the fates of heroes and villains from various locations on the living room carpet. My hero turtles would drop-kick your Power Rangers, whilst Transformers went toe-to-toe with Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan, whilst Darth Vader lightsabered a Stegosaurus into submission. It was epic. Our bouts on Street Fighter were more competitive and precise than the first manned mission to space. Down right, back right, AB, Hadouken! That's how you do it, brother. Like opposing AA batteries, we will battle this to the end. I would later joke I was the prototype child, firstborn, the practice run in which the process was refined in order to make you. I came out late, skinny and upside down, and to this day I believe you should start as you mean to go on. You, by contrast, were prompts, the right way up and a healthy weight. I imagine your internal compass points north. You've got direction and a hero swagger which I can still recognise from a distance on the motorway of your life. You are a Lamborghini, merging lanes, and are the envy of everyone else on the road, whilst I am happy hitchhiking with a sign that says somewhere, anywhere. You pin down the world of equations and fact, while I choose to chase it with words and wit. You taught me about karma the day you hit me in the head with a hammer. Actually happened. And whilst we waited in casualty with Dad, you fell off the waiting room chair and split your head open. There's one picture of us spontaneously hugging when we were young. The rest are all posed. To some degree, the smiles coming from Mum's orders to do so, even when our cheeks are peeling as far as they will go. I remember I learned you were more than... lost my post. Here we go. I've remembered you were more than a yardstick when your first love broke your heart. I came upstairs to check on you and found you had written her a letter. I spouted off what encouragement I could, but when it came to saying that you were my brother and I loved you, the words tripped on my tongue and were knocked unconscious by my teeth. You said, I know you love me, Alex. You're my brother. You have never had to look up to me apart from physically, and you will never live in my shadow because I have yet to find my place in the sun. I believe there's so many things you would tell me if you thought I would listen, and a great many more I'd tell you if I thought you could understand. But brother, for what it's worth, you are the worthiest of adversaries. Thank you. This one I wrote when I was living in Wales in the diggiest of student digs. It's called On Student Living. I understand that my patriarchal request enforces the stereotype of white woman's labour, which is perpetuated by my tone as much as it is by my systemic adherence to masculine conceived ideologies. I understand that my Marxist request is a touching metaphor for the wider struggle against the capitalist forces, whilst at the same time, ironically, mirroring the Stalinist purges. I understand that my cliché request fails to acknowledge your bohemian lifestyle and is crushing your oh so delicate vibe, which appears to be as strong as the paper you write your words on. I understand that my conformist request breaches your anarchic beliefs and that furthermore I am proverbially perpetuating a cleansing of what it is to be human. I understand, but will somebody please do the washing up? This one is about a girl I used to love. It's called The Trees Shaking, so I'm terrified of it. book. So it's called The Trees, Coins and Cars poem, so I couldn't think of a decent name. That the fridge was empty, we would argue over how I was so full of potential. I was lazy, and you stated it plainly, in that no-nonsense way which you apply to all of your life. In response, I said something which sent you upstairs and was completely uncalled for and insufficient. When I eventually had the nerve to follow, I brought tea with me as a peace offering. We discussed things and ended up cuddling on your bed. Though broke, we had our own currency, a debt from the first night we'd been left alone when we gave each other everything. We fumbled with change and exchange rates for nearly 2 years. Held each other's hands like they were the last copper coins before a well, and we lived in that moment before the penny dropped, and we wished it was like it used to be. We never told one another, because it wouldn't come true if we did. Like back to a time when we explored woods together. Not yet an island, just friends of friends, flirting between branches whilst housemates got stoned in glades. I remember you saying, "If you were a tree, what tree would you be?" And I responded with all the cunning of a wolf, "I'd be a poetry." You giggled whilst carving little notes on the bark to surprise future climbers, and though you left your heart on a few so you knew where it had been, I wear my heart on my sleeve so I know where it is, and the urge to kiss you was actually painful. Conversation and tangents branched like treetops, and like spontaneous road trips, we made it so far on the basis it wasn't going anywhere. Neither of us could drive, so we cultivated a lay-by love in the country roads. I remember those trees lining the way. We said they looked like hitchhikers. I never learned to drive. Apparently you did. I still have rear view mirror photos of us somewhere, and sometimes the image is closer than it appears. For you, falling in love was like a teddy bear. Soft and light, easily snuggled, easily caught, left in the bedroom and occasionally admitted to. Like a guilty pleasure, like the love of comics, sci-fi, anime, and how Final Fantasy VIII was the beginning of the end of the franchise. It was comfortable. For me, it was, don't argue, it's true. It was comfortable for me. It was the act of being caught, to fall back into someone and to feel them take my weight. But when you caught me, I would have broken bones were I not wearing a padded teddy bear suit. But still, I broke promises instead. And though we giggled at my clumsiness, I feel still that I weighed on you. But to be honest, I'll admit, sometimes I miss the weight that you gave me. This is my last one. It's called The Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles poem. Same reason, couldn't think of what else to call it. Lego strewn across the carpet, each piece mere minutes ago had been scrutinised and found wanting. They will play no part in my grand scheme, which consists of red blocks, inexplicable propellers, and the fiddly white bits which are a bitch to find. The 5-year-old me just leaves them, makes no move to tidy them, there's no point. A parent will appear, all sighs and eyebrows, and clear it eventually is luxury. Nearby, standing in line, silently supervising my work are my complete matching sets of Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles action figures. Each offers no opinion, but each has taught me something. Leonardo, because of you I think swords are cool and have a lingering affection for the colour blue, and that there won't always be someone to lead the way. Sometimes you have to be that person. Donatello, eccentricity and intelligence are not a crime. They will often save the day, but people will still mock you for it. You hit these people with sticks. Raphael, the best course of action is to bluster through. It makes it all the more sweeter when your skills actually catch up to you. Michelangelo, if you play the fool, you must wield your wit like nunchucks. Also, your devil-may-care attitude is the reason I find myself all too eager to do ridiculous things to impress and protect green-eyed women with tattoos. As a whole, the turtles taught me that no matter how uncomfortable you feel in your own skin, you have to come out of your shell because there are others like you. It took some time, but I found those others. Found them in bars, lecture halls, seafronts, or drunkenly singing Queen while staggering down some alleyway. All because of my Saturday morning TV show Youth. I believed things would be different. I thought I'd at least have a theme song. Maybe a questionable costume or a talking dinosaur sidekick. But it didn't work out that way. Sometimes I feel I'm a block to be scrutinised, just some part of someone else's wider scheme, but even so, I help them build something. Because if Lego has taught me anything, it's that you need not think outside the box, you can just build a bigger one. And if Freddie Mercury can sing with such passion about women, then I can at least chaff bollocks. Thank you.
Us to the end of our epic 2-show run of a pint of poetry and a dram of drama. We don't mock. Last year we had one. We've literally doubled our shows this year. It's been absolutely fantastic. We've loved being here. Can I have a huge round of applause for all the performers? You've been better than yesterday's audience, but if you meet anyone who says, oh yeah, I saw Pint of Poetry, I saw the Monday show, don't tell them I said that. And this is a free show. And we'd like it to be exactly that, free. So we're not going to hold a bucket out at the end. We recently had a paid gig, which means we've been able to cover the cost of our flies, which is the only real cost it is to us. The rest of it we just absolutely love. The only thing I would ask is that if you really did enjoy any one of our artists in particular, please, we'll all be up in the bar, come and tell them how much you enjoyed what they did, because that actually sounds cheesy, but it does mean more to us than money. So thank you very much again for being a great audience, and enjoy your